Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at something a little bit different with the look because we have Cooking for Wizards, Warriors, and Dragons, which is by Thea James, who is apparently a Hugo Award winner, as well as recipes by Isabel Manouni, and there's a foreword by Kate Elliott, which I also thought was cool. So came across this, I thought this looks cool, and I had to check it out, so we're going to try one of the recipes from it today. So, I have to say, a lot of these are not the most practical recipes, because they require either, like, different sorts of game meat, things that aren't the easiest to find, or, like, excessive amounts of things that are going to cost way too much money. So the one that we went with, which actually is one of the food scenes that has always stuck with me, we have roast beef with brown mustard and horseradish from the Wheel of Time. Very specifically from the scene where Matt is in the White Tower and he's eating this after some dagger stuff happens. I guess I won't do any spoilers. And so this is one that I've always pictured and thought about, so we are going to give it a shot here. So let's look at what we need for ingredients. So what do we need? We need some mayonnaise, we need some Dijon mustard, some stone ground, this is like the whole grain mustard, and some horseradish as well to make our sauce here, and which all of the things, which I do specifically like the mustard, horseradish, absolutely fits, and we need a sirloin tip roast, which you called for 6 pounds, which is excessive. This thing was enough at a little under 4 pounds, and there's only 2 of us here and a baby, so we don't need it. Salt, pepper, garlic. It does say freshly it does actually say freshly grated pepper, and I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but we're going to use this grinder thing and see if that gets us the result that we need. So these are the things we need in order to make this, and we're going to get it slathered up, and then we'll come back and show you. And of course, you know, it's hard to make fantasy-themed meals without some sort of fantasy-themed beer. So I have some Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged, who's the sponsor. No, I'm kidding. There's no sponsor for this video at all. I found this book at the store and the beer at the store. Different stores, though, to be fair. So we're going to try one of these and see how this is, and then we'll peek over and see how we're looking. So next, we just need to pat the roast dry and then slather it in this concoction, which is all of the other ingredients. And let me tell you, it doesn't smell good, but I think it's going to taste good. So let's try it. Alright, this thing is slathered, and I don't trust this flimsy pan, which is just what I had, because I did not. Like, I probably should have got a specific one. I'm going to put it on a baking sheet just to make sure. This one was actually already tied to maintain shape, so I left those on, which I'll cut later, because I do want it to main shape so it can be cut. Now we're going to stick this guy in the oven for like an hour, and we'll check back. We have about half an hour left, so time to try some Dragon's Milk. That's actually really good. I do like me a stout. This one's pretty flavorful. Yeah. This stuff's, I've wanted to try this for a long time. I never bought it because it's way too expensive, but my wife grabbed it thinking it would be in theme, so that was nice. But yeah, this is pretty tasty, so I will have to savor these. But it fits the occasion, so. Also, this is a patron-exclusive video at the time that it's being posted, so only you patrons get to see this one. I might release it or recut it later. Who knows? But if you are seeing this not on Patreon, you know, you could have seen it whenever I posted it there. So check out the Patreon if you're interested. So I don't know if it's because I put it on a baking tray or if the recipe was just super wrong, but that took more like an hour and a half and still barely reached the temperature it was supposed to, but I just got tired of waiting. So let's slice into it and try it. Well, for the sake of the chapter, I got to try one piece rolled up and dipped in mustard. That's pretty good. Most of it I'm actually going to eat over mashed potatoes without you, but nobody has to know that.